Now at 10, pro-life in the fast lane? A proposed bill would allow pregnant women to use the HOV lane on Utah's freeways. Plus, a suspect who was wounded by Salt Lake City police officers following a car chase last week has now died from those injuries. And investigators find more classified documents at President Joe Biden's Delaware home. How the president's attorney is responding.
Live from Utah's first TV station, ABC4 News celebrates 75 years.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Rick Aaron. Thanks for being with us tonight. We begin this evening with an update on the suspect who police shot following a chase in northwest Salt Lake City last week. Today, the Salt Lake City Police Department announced that suspect has died after spending a week in the hospital. They say that in the early morning hours of January 13th, officers spotted two suspects with felony warrants in a car and attempted to pull it over, but the driver took off, eventually crashing into a parked vehicle near 600 North and Starcrest Drive. That's just east of Interstate 215 near Salt Lake International Airport. They claim when the driver got out and ran toward a house, 3 officers opened fire at the suspect. Those officers remain on administrative leave because of the ongoing investigation. SLC PD spokesman Brent Weisberg said they believed the suspect was armed at the time. Now, police have not released the name or age of the suspect yet. The passenger in that car surrendered that morning without incident. Meanwhile, in Emery County, 1 man is dead after a head-on crash between a semi-truck and a car early this morning. According to the Utah Highway Patrol, that crash happened on Highway 6 near Green River when a black car crossed the center line and crashed head-on into an oncoming semi-truck around 6:20 a.m. The crash killed the driver of the black car, but troopers say the driver of the semi was not injured. Parts of Highway 6 were shut down near the Interstate 70 junction this morning as troopers investigated that crash. Well, the snow just keeps piling up, and some Utah residents are seeming to enjoy it, like this moose in American Fork Canyon that was spotted and captured on video by one of our viewers, Dustin Garrity. With all the mountain accumulation, wildlife are venturing into lower elevations in search of food and water. And not even halfway through the snowfall season, 2 ski resorts have already passed 400 inches of snow, and we will see some more come down over the next few days. That brings us to meteorologist Nate Larson telling us that our next storm is just hours away, right, Nate?
Yeah, it's at our doorstep, nearly, I guess. It'll be here tomorrow morning as you head out the door. Let's show you a beautiful shot this evening. Speaking of ski resorts, Park City Mountain, we know that, yeah, Sundance going on beautiful this evening up in the mountain areas. You can see all the stars that are out. A little bit of snow is in the forecast for the mountain areas, nothing like we've been seeing. In fact, Sundance Film Festival forecast tomorrow, plan on some snow showers, a high of just 21. Up in Park City, it's going to be a cold one. Overnight lows in the single digits, plan on 20s into next week. A little bit of snow again on Wednesday, maybe even Tuesday into Wednesday with another storm system clipping us. So we do have some weather on the way. There's a storm system. It's moving into southwest Idaho currently, but it will be here as this ridge breaks down. It'll start to move in overnight into Sunday morning. A little bit of light snow shower activity even for the valleys, expecting trace to maybe 2 inches in some areas. About 28 then for tomorrow for our high. So colder temperatures moving in with this next round of shower activity. Breezy, if not blustery winds out of the northwest, 10 to 15 miles an hour. St. George about 43 tomorrow. We'll see the clouds. Not expecting much in the way of moisture, but winds are really going to get cranking into Monday. We'll break down more of the timing when we expect the snowflakes to really fly in your neck of the woods. All the details coming up. Rick?
All right, thank you very much, Nate. Well, some Utahns braved the cold to stand in solidarity with the women of Iran and Afghanistan today, gathering at Salt Lake City's Washington Square Park for a demonstration. The group Free Iran, plus the Utah Women's Democratic Club and some state officials all came together to show their support for the rights of oppressed women and persecuted protesters in those Middle Eastern nations. This comes as multiple protests have broken out across Iran after a 22-year-old female student died while in the custody of Iran's morality police.
Till the time to make sure that we get our rights, we get the freedom we desire and we want.
Many refugees from Afghanistan and Iran are currently living here in Utah. telling us they hope the Taliban will soon loosen their restrictions. Well, the Department of Justice has discovered more classified documents at President Joe Biden's Wilmington, Delaware home. This in addition to classified documents already found at the president's home and his former office. ABC's Ty Hernandez has more.
President Biden's attorneys say the Justice Department has taken possession of 6 items containing classified information at his Wilmington, Delaware home. These include documents from his time in the Senate and his tenure as vice president. The DOJ also took handwritten notes from Biden's time under President Obama. Biden's personal attorney says the search began at 9:45 a.m. Friday and lasted roughly 12 hours, adding it was voluntary with members of the president's personal legal team and the White House counsel's office present. Biden's lawyer issuing a statement saying in part, quote, "We have attempted to balance the importance of public transparency where appropriate and the established norms and limitations necessary to protect the investigation's integrity. We will continue to do so throughout the course of our cooperation with DOJ." Neither the president nor the first lady were at the residence. The discovery after a special counsel was appointed to investigate the handling of classified documents. The first batch of documents were found early November at the Penn Biden Center in a private office Biden used after leaving the vice presidency, but weren't made public until this month after the 2022 midterms. A few more classified documents were later found at Biden's Delaware home.
There's no there.
Earlier in the week, during a visit to California to survey storm damage, the president growing frustrated, pushing back on questions.
We're talking about what's going on, and the American people don't quite understand why you don't ask me questions about that.
As Republicans in Congress raise questions about the administration's transparency and timing.
He does indeed take classified information, and seriously, he does indeed take classified documents seriously.
Ty Hernandez, ABC News, New York.
Coming up, why the state of Florida is considering banning a nationally recognized African American history course, outraging many educators, students, and parents.
All right, folks, then we've got to look at St. George this evening. Boy, it's a quiet evening so far. It's going to be chilly overnight. We do have moisture and strong winds in the forecast for southwest Utah. Details on some of the timing coming up.